I was listening to someone talk the other day, and they were talking about how they didn't do sobriety to feel good, they shot dope to feel good. And I wanted to expand on that thought a little bit because I totally understand why you would say that. It helps people who feel that that is the only way that they're getting their dopamine and their happiness and everything to feel understood. I know that when I first was trying to stop using heroin, and I use that word because at the time I never used that word. And so now I use the word that sounds so icky just to bring that little jolt of reality into the discussion and make it so that I'm not romanticizing that. Because what I wanted to point out is that, yes, as someone who has shot dope a lot in the past, it doesn't bring happiness. It doesn't actually make you feel good for real. It makes you feel physically good, but you're mentally miserable. I remember sitting with people while we were doing this, and we would literally be saying how much we hated it and how much we did not want to be doing this behavior, but we had to not be sick. Everyone that I spoke to, everyone that I knew, during the physical euphoria, there's still that mental depression because the reality of your life is just really depressing. And you're constantly having people that you know and love die around you, and you're doing the very same thing that you are fully aware of will hasten your own demise. And most people continue doing it, or at least I did, after overdosing multiple times. So there is not any happiness to be found in that activity. And so I just wanted to put my little 2 cents in that sobriety is something that can bring happiness and that can make you feel good in ways that drugs can't. I do love that the sober community has such a sense of community where complete strangers want the best for you, and everyone is trying to improve themselves and work on themselves, and it's just a beautiful community. And just by being a part of it, you can feel better than you ever felt using. And I also wanted to say that once upon a time, I never thought that I would see the day that I wouldn't want to do heroin again, right? But I can tell you that I have zero desire, zero, to do that. And I remember back in the day when I had to fill up these bottles of oil for a place that I worked at, the way that it flumed out, like it came in the bottle and then plumed out the way that you see the plume when you hit, it made me feel absolutely sick, just seeing that reminder. Cut forward to today, where I have all sorts of medication syringes for my pets that obviously don't have the tip on it, but look very similar, and it doesn't bother me one bit. It really doesn't. And originally I had to tell myself, okay, I'm going to stay clean, build a life for myself, and then when I'm old and I'm gonna die anyways, then I'm gonna do drugs until I die, essentially. And I'm like, I'm just putting it off, because telling myself I would never get to experience it again was something that my brain was not ready for. But today, I really have no desire. And today, I am a million times happier and feel a million times better than I ever could having that be a part of my life. So there is a day where you will wake up and your life will be good enough that the idea of doing something that could kill you for physical pleasure that really does not beat the mental pleasure of being proud of yourself and happy with your life is just not even worth it or a consideration.